He's drunk as a skunk.
Oh, why don't you shut up, Fred? Shut up. Dong. Dong.
Dong, Grandpa is talking to you.
Dong. Where is my automobile?
Automobile?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Sports Director at RTV6, Dave First.
How we doing? We're ready for this tonight? Yes? I know Joe Stasiak's going to come up here and talk about Ohio State a little bit later, but we're still ready to go tonight, right? Yes? That's one, Joe. That's one. Hey, good evening. I'm Dave First, Sports Director at WRTV, Channel 6 here in beautiful Indianapolis, and welcome to the Heroes Foundation 16th Anniversary Gala. So a happy Sweet 16 this year for the Heroes Foundation. How cool is that? Sweet 16, where of course you came for the gala, but you're going to stay with because of the 16 Candles movie clips that we have ready to go tonight. Certainly, it's a stroll down memory lane for a lot of us, the 16 Candles movie, right? Molly Ringwald, John Cusack, very young John Cusack, Anthony Michael Hall, that Chinese kid as well, whatever his name was. But a lot of quotes and scenes, maybe bringing up some painful high school memories as well, at least for me, anyway. But anyway, we welcome you. Long Duck Dong, by the way. You see Long Duck Dong over there? I'm pretty sure you can't use the term long duck dong in movies these days. The political correctness is run amok. But anyway, no more Yankee my wanky. You can't say that in movies these days. And by the way, it's a pleasure to say that phrase in front of 650 people. It's off my bucket list now. No more Yankee my wanky. Thank you. So you're going to be seeing movie clips throughout the course of the night. If someone loses their underwear in the restroom tonight, don't worry. It's just a part of the bit. No big deal. Act like it's no big deal. Don't call home. Don't alert the press. Don't tweet. Don't Instagram. Don't Facebook. We're going to have a lot of fun. And by the way, if you're younger than 35 and you're not getting any of this, you now have homework to do when you get home. Just rent it, Netflix it, whatever. Timing certainly is everything. We've heard a lot of names associated with cancer lately, and you've heard a lot of heroic stories as well. And that's one of the reasons we're here tonight, to hear about real-life heroes and how you can be a real-life hero as well. So please join me in welcoming the chairman and founder of the Heroes Foundation and cancer survivor, Mr. Vince Todd. Vince.
They took away my little step stool here. I want to thank Mike Jansen for not, and Dave as well, for not introducing me as the donger tonight. I'm sure that will come full circle later. Well, thanks everyone for being here. Thank you for quieting down. Thank you for your full attention tonight. It's great to be here, quite frankly. It seems like we were just here a year ago, but as I say, time flies. I have to admit, it's pretty amazing that we're here 16 years later. It almost feels like yesterday that we were here in 2001, not here at the GW, but here as a group, getting this ball rolling. And I'd say we've certainly beaten the odds as an organization, but I guess that's kind of why we're all here, to band together to beat the odds. as I was putting together some of these thoughts on paper, I was reminiscing about the last 16 years, and obviously a lot has changed since 2001, but the goal remains the same. While I don't feel too much older, when looking at the future vision of the Heroes Foundation, I'm excited to see what's accomplished over the next 16 years, and as the next generation comes into the fold. Speaking of which, we actually have two of those folks with us tonight. They were youngsters back in '01 when we were meeting as a young group, not really knowing what we were doing. They were kind of running around the floor as we were attempting to hold a meeting. And tonight, they're here with us for their very first gala. Nothing really makes me feel more proud than to see that, and perhaps a little old too. So, Will and Lundy, hope you guys have a great night tonight. Beginning Wednesday, our silent auction went live, and the hard work of Jonna Wells, Holly Sensabaugh, and the entire auction committee, there you go, cheer them up. They've done an outstanding job putting together an array of fine items for your bidding pleasure, and I'm happy to see that you guys have followed suit well. So while you're all operating your smartphones and pretending to listen to what I'm saying right now, please at least make me feel a little better knowing that you're bidding on those auction items. And the silent auction ends at 9 p.m., just as a reminder. Tonight's event also has seen a very nice uptick in our partnerships with the corporate community. This support is absolutely fundamental to our success. So I'd like to take a couple of minutes to thank each and every one of you. Our 2016 Everest Summit sponsor and hero sponsor of the gala, Accessa. 2016 Denali Summit sponsor and advocate sponsor of the gala, Lilly Oncology. It's okay, you can cheer. I heard, go ahead. Another advocate sponsor of the gala, Achromopro. 2016 Kilimanjaro Summit sponsors and fellow sponsors of the gala, Our Health, the Brookfield Group, Moser Consulting, and the caregivers and researchers of the IU Simon Cancer Center. Additional fellow sponsors of the gala, Roche Diagnostics Corporation, SBC Wealth Management, and Superior Chemical. Our table sponsors of the gala, FlexPack, Hall Render, Renita Haynes CPA, the Birch family, the Creighton Family Fund, Cat Sapper Miller, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Orm family, the White Oak Foundation, McAllister Machinery, Community Health Networks Visionary Enterprises, Inc., First Financial Bank, the Brower Family Foundation, NCP Coatings, ICA North America, BPI Outdoor Living, the Herbert family, Hollister Corporation, Cottonwood Partners, Glick and Company, Assured Partners, St. Vincent Health, Beetle Financial, Healthcare Products Delivery, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield of Indiana, Newgrange, Lucas Oil, Bingham Greenbaum Dahl, Van Roy Properties, Barnes and Thornburg, Tyler Technologies, and Bose McKinney and Evans. Our in-kind sponsors for the gala, and these are a very highly coveted crew, let me tell you. Harding Poorman, Oliver Winery, Monarch Beverage, Karen K. Marlette Photography, Flat 12 Beer Works, Just Pop In, Proximo Spirits, Sun King, Southern Wine and Spirits, Upland, and our very own voice of God, the voice of the Colts, Mr. Mike Jansen, and Praxis Media Group. I appreciate the patience going through that list, but I feel it's worthy and something that needs to be mentioned. So, 2015 was an outstanding year for the Heroes Foundation. Our fundraising events once again raised the bar from the previous year. Last year's Gala was a tremendous success, raising over $252,000. A goal that you might want to beat tonight, perhaps. In March, we raised more than $45,000 during the Spin for Heroes of the Community Healthplex Sports Club. We look forward to the 2016 event on Sunday, March 13th. In April, we reorganized our board of directors and began work on an updated strategic plan to best position ourselves for the years ahead. The Fisher's Criterium debuted in July as the youngest event under the Heroes Foundation umbrella, offering sponsors a chance to get in on the ground floor of what promises to be a must-see annual spectator spectacle. Say that fast 3 times in a row, spectator spectacle. The 2015 PIF party at Flat 12 Beer Works in September was another big win, raising over $30,000 for the Project Militia program. Then, under the leadership of Kelly Canada, the Team Joey program collected hundreds of Legos through a combination of private donations as well as through a successful corporate Lego drive. We thank those partner companies, many of which are represented here tonight. The TJP then delivered more than 400 Lego sets to inpatient pediatric cancer patients at Lutheran Hospital in Fort Wayne, Peyton Manning's Children's Hospital, and Riley Hospital Children here in Indianapolis. We also provided necessary funding to sustain cancer support groups, cancer patient assistance funds, and other non-medicinal therapy programs serving hundreds of people annually at the IU Simon Cancer Center, St. Vincent Health Cancer Care, and Community Health Cancer Care. Team Heroes, captained by Don Birch, swelled in both numbers and disciplines, bringing home numerous podium finishes in cycling, running, and triathlon events. The tangible ribbons, medals, and trophies pale in comparison, though, to the greater message the team represents. And we awarded much-needed startup capital to researchers to investigate potentially life-changing cancer projects. One of those projects obtained new data from a mouse model that showed their therapy significantly improved the survival of glioblastoma. Part of this discovery was based on a procedure that can help prioritize anti-cancer compounds capable of clearing the blood-brain barrier. These achievements show not only our invaluable generosity, but also the critical need, your invaluable generosity, not ours, but also the critical need to keep fighting. The continued growth of the Heroes Foundation's programs and fundraising efforts demonstrates the connection we all have to this devastating disease. That connection to cancer has certainly been evident this week. With publicized losses of David Bowie, Alan Rickman, Grizzly Adams, just to name a few. On a more local level, I know we have many Butler grads and Butler basketball fans in general with us tonight. The passing of Andrew Smith at just 25, and then an even younger Luke Ungerer, just shy of his 4th birthday. To coincide with those tragic losses is actually some potentially very positive news out of Washington, with the commitment to increase funding of roughly $2 billion to the NIH, specifically for the war on cancer. Now, I'm not a huge fan of politics, but this is one item that I'm sure will have support from all sides. Cancer doesn't discriminate, and neither should we. Tonight, tomorrow, next week, as you move through your lives during the upcoming months of 2016, we call on you to continue to be a hero in the fight against cancer in your own individual way. This evening, we're proud to present 3 inspiring speakers who have direct ties to the 3 summits of the Heroes Foundation mission: research, prevention, and support. Let them move you to act like a hero. Thanks for coming tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our voice for cancer support, Matt King. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Advocate for Cancer Research, Matt King.
Thank you. Just a year and a half ago, I was in a really, really nice spot in my life. I was really pleased with my career. My kids were doing great. I was engaged to my wife, Robin, and was essentially, through my first 43 years of life, very healthy. And then one morning in July of 2014, as I was doing my morning routine, I was putting on deodorant and felt a pretty sizable lump in my left underarm that wasn't there the day before. So naturally I was concerned and went to get it checked out. So after a biopsy, CT scan, MRI, was pretty devastated to learn that I had stage 4 metastatic melanoma, and the cancer had spread through many of the vital organs in my body. So obviously concerned, and to say the least, went out to seek out the world and the nation's key opinion leader in melanoma, who resides down in Houston, Texas at MD Anderson, Dr. Patrick Hu. And down at MD Anderson, that's where many of the latest drug trials are available, and some of them even being off script happen. So went down to MD Anderson and decided in talking with their melanoma department that probably the best course of action for me was to enroll in a trial that they had that was a biochemotherapy trial, where I would do 5 rounds that would last a week of a cocktail of 5 different chemotherapy drugs. So the result of that trial was a little bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, the positive was that cocktail of biochemotherapy knocked down my tumor burden by about 50%. So that's good, and we were very happy with that. But the negative was that was just going to be a short-term outcome, short-term results. When you have stage 4 metastatic melanoma, you have about a 10% chance of survival. And I had just failed the drug that provided for that 10% chance. So things didn't look particularly great. And so we fast forward to 1 year ago tonight, where I was sitting where you're sitting right now. I was with a group of very close friends who are also here tonight with me, supporting me. I've known Vince for a number of years, back since college, and many of our friends are here tonight as well. We really didn't know what the future was going to hold for me, but we kind of came to grips with that and accepted whatever was going to happen. So just after I was diagnosed in 2014, later on that fall, we learned that the FDA was going to approve a new immunotherapy drug from Merck, and it's called Keytruda. And I'm sure anybody who really follows a lot of cancer articles or research knows of these drugs. It's the same drug that Jimmy Carter had and took and had a successful result. So after my failure at MD Anderson, I went to, and after the FDA approved Keytruda in late 2014, I went to the IU Simon Cancer Center here locally and started taking Keytruda. And what that immunotherapy drug does is it allows your body's immune system to detect and kill the cancer on its own. Previously, cancer cells go undetected by your immune system and are allowed to fly under the radar and are able to multiply and then attack your body and essentially shut down your vital organs. And so immunotherapy has your immune system kill them and kind of trains and reprograms that immune system. So started taking Keytruda a year ago in January, actually the week following the Heroes Gala of 2015. And you take it every 3 weeks, and it lasted about a 20-minute IV infusion. It's very simple to take. It's outpatient. You come and go. And probably took 18 treatments in 2015. And as the year was progressing, in the spring, I started to feel better and better. Didn't have any side effects. And my scan results were continuing to improve. So very positive, a lot to celebrate. To the point where in the summer of this last year and then in the fall of this last year, it was revealed that I didn't have any cancer left in the vital organs that I had had it in. So my liver, yeah, thank you. It's quite an amazing result. So my liver, lungs, spleen, stomach, kidney now show no evidence of disease. So it's a really, really terrific outcome. So it's obviously a really incredible time in cancer research. And these milestones can't happen without research funding provided by organizations like Heroes. We just heard Vince a few minutes ago talk about the grassroots effort and the way that Heroes provides funding to researchers who need basic materials and supplies to prove their theories. And those theories become drugs and ideas that then go into trials and different phases of trials, then to go on and get FDA approved, similar to the way Keytruda did. And Keytruda is obviously responsible, and immunotherapy is responsible for President Carter's outcome, my outcome, and the wave of cancer patients who have started taking these immunotherapy drugs in the last year. We really don't have a lot of long-term data and don't know what really the future holds long-term. But we do know is that those that enjoy these durable responses so far, the data is showing that they'll continue to go on and possibly live long-term lives and just have to deal with the disease that they have, but in some cases it's eradicated, no evidence, or it's something that they can live with. So huge milestone in cancer research there. So it's my call to action for you on why we're here tonight and what your role is and how you can play. The Heroes Foundation needs you. We need your support. We're all affected by cancer in some way, shape, or form, either personally through our parents, our grandparents, our brothers, our sisters, our close friends. Tonight, you will have a chance to make a donation to the Heroes Foundation. You'll have a chance to participate in one of the live auctions, or in the 3 live auctions that we have with great destinations. There are 200 silent auction items going on right now that, God, Vince was long-winded. I was going to say 45 minutes, but it's probably 30 minutes now. But in 30 minutes, those live auctions are going to be over. You have access to them on your phones. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is, just for a few minutes, you got about 35 more minutes longer, I'm going to ask you to take on the mentality that cancer patients take on. And that is a refuse to lose mentality. Okay? See where I'm going? All right, I don't know how the numbers are going to work out here. We have like 600 some people tonight and 203 auction items, but you're going to pick out one item from that silent auction or from the live auction. You're going to pick out one item that you like. You're going to bid on it, and you are going to refuse to lose. You're not going to be outbid. Do not go home a loser. We will spot you, okay? Yeah, we'll have some fun with that, but take on that refuse to lose mentality. Listen, thank you very much for your grateful response. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for your response. You're the reason that cancer research will continue to evolve, and my story will be the norm and not the exception. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our voice for cancer support, Sharon Krauta.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really privileged to share this wonderful evening with you. We all have a call to answer. When you're open to hear the call and heed it, you find purpose. For me, caring for someone who needed my support during her darkest hours gave me intense purpose. When I met Tony, she was in the first few weeks of her fight against breast cancer. Doctors told her she needed to improve her health in order to fight the disease. If she could lose weight and improve her diet, her quality of life and ability to fight would have been better. Tony reached out to me for help. I'm an athletic trainer and health coach, so getting people healthy is in my DNA. I quickly became passionate about trying to change her life. Like Tony, I'm a mom, and the darkest possible place that I could imagine for her was to have to tell her children goodbye. We started to spend a lot of time together. We were on a roll when it came to working towards a healthier lifestyle. Tony got stronger, she responded well to her treatments, and beat breast cancer. 13 months later, Tony was dealt a second blow. This time, the breast cancer had metastasized to bone cancer. Doctors predicted less than 2 years. Tony and I had grown extremely close, and I felt an unbelievable commitment to her. I felt a commitment to her, not only to her care and her support, but her 3 children. Our daily routine soon became countless doctor's appointments, therapies and treatments, and what eventually would become bathing and feeding. Through the tough months, when I tried to comfort Tony from a practical standpoint, she would often say to me, it's your spirit I need most. I didn't have a special gift to give her that could make her feel better. She said it was simply my happy and positive spirit. My presence is what made a difference to her. On March 5th, 2015, one day before her 50th birthday, Tony lost her battle to cancer. Family grieved, friends grieved, and I grieved. I'd lost a precious friend with whom I shared a special bond. It almost seems unfair. how Tony's fight gave me purpose, but that's what it did. She made me realize how precious and fleeting our time is with loved ones. She made me realize that when we hear a call, we need to heed it for someone in need. She made me realize that we're here to love one another and show compassion and lift each other up, no matter who that person is. In life, there are many reasons not to jump in when people need support. For some, life is too busy. For others, they just simply don't know what to do. In my case, I was the girlfriend of Tony's ex-husband. In the end, none of these nuances stood in the way of Tony and I being together in her time of need. What I found through this journey is by giving unconditional support, love comes back to you tenfold. Time with Tony allowed me to see and feel the love she had for her children, her greatest wishes for them, and all the memories she wanted to remember them. Tony made me a better person, and in the end, it helped me be a better stepmom to her 3 children while keeping her spirits alive in all of them. Thank you.
Please welcome Heroes Foundation CEO, Cindy Todd.
Good evening. Thank you, Matt, for sharing your inspiring story, showing us firsthand how cancer research is saving lives. And Sharon, we are so grateful to you for showing us the importance of providing support on every level. You both are amazing examples of how all of us can be heroes for the cancer community. And thank you all for supporting the Heroes Foundation tonight and over the past 16 years. Thinking back, it's hard to believe how far the fight against cancer has come since the Heroes Foundation was founded. To show you just what has been happening to the fight on cancer, here's our Sweet 16 update since 2000. In 2000, a study links household radon exposure to lung cancer. In 2001, over 300 guests attend our first An Evening with Heroes Gala at Highland Country Club with the goal of raising $10,000. By the end of the night, we raised almost $45,000. In 2002, Team Heroes became an official extension of the Heroes Foundation family. In 2006, Gardasil became the first vaccine approved to prevent cervical cancer. In 2007, the SJP Heroes Cancer Research Fund is established in honor of my mom, who passed away from her 3rd battle with cancer. In 2011, the Heroes Foundation trades our formal wear for Lycra, and the Spin for Heroes event is born. In 2012, the number of cancer survivors in the U.S. increases to an all-time high of 13.7 million. 2012, after the brave battle of a little boy named Joey ends, the Heroes Foundation develops a Team Joey program in his honor. In 2013, our first official Team Joey drive delivers Lego kits to young cancer patients at the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital. In 2013, our Pith Party fundraiser pours its first beers at Flat 12 Beer Works. 2013,
clever dinner. Appetizing food fitting neatly into interesting round pie.
It's a quiche.
How do you spell?
Well, you don't spell it, son. You eat it.
Don has only been in our country a short time, Fred. I think we could all help him assimilate.
Oh.
Long Duck Dong is about your age, Sam. You two should have a lot to chat about.
I love visiting with the grandma and the grandpa writing letters to parents and pushing lawn mowing machines so grandpa's hyena don't get disturbed.
Hernia!
Oh, yes, indeedy. He does the dishes and helps with the laundry, you betcha.
May I be excused?
Where are you going?
I have a dance to go to at school. It's a very important dance. We're being graded on it for gym.
Wait a minute. I have a wonderful idea. Would you like to go to the dance with Sam?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Dave First.
You're on this date with me.
Yeah, don't tell anybody. I'm pretty sure we didn't pay the rights fees for those clips, so keep it in the house if you don't mind. Anyway, braces, remember those? Retainers, those headgear, it's all a part of that movie. There was a line in there, something about, hey, Fred, look, she's getting her boobies, or something like that. Again, if you're younger than like 30, you have no idea what the hell we're talking about. Go home, Netflix, YouTube, whatever. This is good quality stuff. And I'm not sure they could make this sort of movie today, right? It's like Blazing Saddles. There's no way in hell they could do Blazing Saddles. Anyway, welcome back. How was dinner? Yes? How about a warm round of applause for the folks here that put this together? No simple task to feed 650 people in a span of an hour or so. And how many of you guys are on Twitter? You guys tweet a lot? Hang on a second. Bear with me on this. You guys wave, especially right here in the front. All right. We'll put that on Twitter. All right, back to the program. And certainly a bunch of great stories out there involving cancer. Nationally this week, we heard the great news that young Leah Still, remember Leah, the daughter of NFL Devin Still, completely cancer-free, in case you didn't get that update this week. Tremendous story. And there are certainly more good stories to be told here tonight. And certainly, stand by, a way for you to contribute as well. We begin by introducing our voice for cancer prevention. Please welcome Ms. Abby Williams.
The day before Drake, our son, was diagnosed with leukemia on April Fool's Day this last year, we weren't cancer parents either. We had no idea that the work of the Heroes Foundation and Team Joey could possibly benefit us. We didn't know that the issues of early detection and cancer prevention would come to be such important topics. Drake walked at 1, talked at 2, and lived a normal life until last year. Beginning in November, he had unexplained pains, repeated fevers, and finally limping. A doctor once called to tell me the x-ray was clear of a sinus infection. I remember I cried, and I secretly started Googling a little bit about cancer. At a later appointment with the specialist, I remember asking if a blood test might be helpful, but was assured it was just a virus that had settled into his joints, thus resulting in a limp. Like many of you, we thought a little sunshine would help over spring break last year. We packed the car up to Florida, complete with a large wagon so that Drake could easily go back and forth to the beach. And when we crossed the state line, I had my Chevy Chase moment where I asked all the children, what are you excited to do when we get to Florida? Go to the pool, go to the beach. Drake said he wanted to ride a helicopter. We were a little stumped. His condition worsened, and on the night of March 31st, he was writhing in pain all night. I remember at one point I put a child's pull-up on my head and sang Thomas the Train songs. It didn't work. We set off for the ER the next morning. We were alarmed to discover his white blood cell count was 150,000. The normal range is 4,500 to 10,000. Drake's life was essentially in danger, and they thought he at least had meningitis and probably a lot more. Drake and I were airlifted via helicopter, the one he mentioned, that he was not scared to get on, to Sacred Heart Children's Hospital while my husband followed in a 3.5-car drive down the beach. Once we arrived, I received his diagnosis of leukemia. Our goal was to get him stabilized so we could return to Riley and begin treatment and be at home. After several days of blood transfusions, oxygens, steroids, and antibiotics, and several hysterical phone calls to friends who are here this evening, a crew of physicians and nurses showed up in the middle of the night to transport us via ambulance to a Learjet. Shortly before Drake and I boarded the Learjet, my husband Kyle had to drive back to Santa Rosa Beach to tell our children and start the drive back to Indianapolis. He tells me he thought the news would be better over biscuits and gravy and told them at Cracker Barrel. Not sure they're ever going to want to go back there. About 4 in the morning, the jet arrived in Indianapolis. A friend whose son was also diagnosed with cancer the same day, who lived right around the corner, ironically greeted me. We had a very few rough months of treatment. Drake was unable to walk or talk, and the treatment wasn't really working as we had hoped. He wasn't achieving minimum residual disease, which is your goal. Regular spinal taps, blood draws, physical therapy, chemo through a port, double shots of chemotherapy in his legs, wearing masks, they're our new normal. But support from our family, friends, and Team Joey made it manageable. Things are actually going better than we could ever imagine right now. Drake is considered to have very high-risk leukemia. This is determined by the age of diagnosis and your white blood cell count. Had the diagnosis been made earlier, this would not have been the case. There are rough days now, but we are one of the lucky ones. We are 1 month away from entering the last and easiest phase of his treatment that will extend until July of 2018. He will still receive chemotherapy every day, pulses of steroids, and regular spinal taps. He will, hopefully, in a few weeks, return to St. Richard's Episcopal School where I work and play t-ball in the spring. There aren't words to describe how thankful we are for the progress he has made. Early detection is necessary in the fight to prevent and treat cancer. As parents, we must be headstrong in asking questions, getting answers, and pursuing the best course of treatment for our children. While Drake was diagnosed on April Fool's Day, we like to say the joke will be on cancer. It's our mission to turn Drake's experience into one that supports the work of the Heroes Foundation, and we hope that our story will possibly inspire you to do the same. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sports Talk Radio host, Big Joe Stasiak.
Standing ovation, huh? No standing ovation for me yet. That's all right. I'm glad to be back here again. This is always a lot of fun, and I tell you, it's one of the most emotional evenings that you end up, just being a part of. And so being touched by cancer, I think we all have. I think it was a really tough week. for a lot of folks, and certainly in the sports talk world. We talked a lot about Andrew, the blogs from his wife, how heart-touching they were, and just how raw. And I hope that gets people. Now, you folks are here. You understand, but we raise awareness all over the place to try and help against cancer. I want to thank the three summit speakers, Matt, Sharon, and then you just heard from Abby. She thanks you too for the standing ovation. How inspirational is that? And it's great because through research, support, and prevention, we all know that there are heroes out there. We can be heroes ourselves. The rest of the program is about being a hero. So please turn your attention to the screens.
A toddler is diagnosed with leukemia. A grandfather fights for his life against bladder cancer. A young woman receives the news that she has breast cancer and tests positive for the BRCA gene mutation. We hear these stories every day. They're in the news, they're down the street. All too often, we feel that we are at the mercy of cancer. For the child with leukemia, the grandfather, and the young mother, we are helpless. Some people's roles in the cancer community are clear. Researchers are working with endless hope and persistence to build a body of knowledge that will lead to a cure. Oncologists and nurses are treating individuals with life-saving and life-extending medicines, surgeries, and other therapies. Social service professionals are helping patients find healthcare resources and answers. And then, there are the rest of us. But we are not a helpless kind of people. Although we don't look at cancer cells under a microscope or administer chemotherapy, we refuse to stand by and let cancer have its way. To do so, we have to draw from the endless hope of cancer researchers, the prayers of wives and husbands, and the smile on a child's face. We have to summon the courage to truly believe there is a cure on the horizon, and then act on it, even when it's much easier to sit by, to turn a blind eye, and to cry mercy. The Heroes Foundation helps ordinary citizens become heroes for the cancer community, providing meaningful support to cancer patients, education to promote cancer prevention, and resources to advance research for a cure. We believe that you should never feel like you can't make a difference in the life of a cancer patient. You should feel emboldened to back promising research and expand cancer prevention projects. You should never have to cry mercy in the fight against cancer. To make a difference for the cancer community, you don't have to have all the answers. You just have to act like a hero.
And you've all started that by being here tonight. Of course, Heroes Foundation doing great things, and our support is what drives those efforts. There's no secrets here why we're here. I'm up here to kind of get things going a little bit. We got 3 awesome auction items. I'm also here to get things jazzed up and kind of inspired. And I don't know if I can inspire you like some of these speakers have, but I can draw on the one raw nature of most of us in here, and that's your sports fans, right? So how about IU fans? You won again today? Was there some booing? Purdue fans, you don't play till Monday. It's okay. Purdue doing well too. Butler a winner today. If you're bold enough, if you're a Patriots fan, you won today. Yeah, I know. 27-20 on that one. And we're at halftime of the NFC game. If you're recording this one, I'm sorry, spoiler alert, 7-6 Arizona. 7-6 Arizona. What's wrong with Arizona? They're like Indianapolis West. You got Bruce Arians. You got like 7-8 players out there that used to be on the Colts. There's nothing wrong there. What's that? Go Cardinals. There you go. All right. Now, here's the deal. We got the 3 live auction items. You guys got the information a few days ago, so hopefully you rallied your friends. Groups at the tables. Let's get together. Let's raise some money. Raise your hands high. Highest bidders, keep your hands up. The Give Smart folks are going to help us find those folks. So we're going to get the house lights up and the spots down if we could. I am not a professional auctioneer. Matter of fact, my Polish upbringing has made me not very good with numbers at all. So we'll go slow, but we'll go high. And remember, if I jump around, just stick with me, all right? Have fun. Remember, it's all like for a good cause. And like Matt King said, don't be a loser. Don't be a loser. All right. Package number 1, Party at the Pacers. Party at the Pacers. You're going to get 20 luxury club level seat tickets to a game this year. It's over at Bankers Life, the greatest basketball venue in the league. You get beer, wine, soda, a menu especially prepared for a group by David Harvey. He's the master chef. And all this information is on page 6 if you want to follow along there. Very nice pictures. We got a value of $4,000 on this. Again, you could split it up, tax deductible, all that kind of great things. So who will get things started at $1,000 tonight for the Pacers package? $1,000, please. Thank you very much. Right there. Can we go to $2,000, please? Thank you. 3. We got $2,000 up front. Can we go to $3,000 on the Pacers package, please? Thank you. $4,000 now. $4,000 on the Pacer package. That's, thank you right there. Look, can we go to 5 then? Let's get it going to $5,000. 20 tickets to a Pacer game, all food, drink included, and guaranteed win. How about that? We'll guarantee a win in the game of your choice. Looking for $5,000, please. The longer I'm up here, the longer it takes to get Greta Speaks onto the stage. So let's go. $5,000. How about $4,500? We got $4,000 right here looking for $4,500. Thank you. Go to $5,000. We got $4,500 looking for $5,000. Thank you. $5,500 now. We got $5,000 looking for $5,500. We get to $5,500. Anybody on this side, you can play too. We got $5,000 here, $5,500. $5,000 going once. $5,000 going twice. Sold. $5,000 right there. Thank you very much. All right, now this next one's a pretty cool prize too. As you know, the NFL, in all of their wisdom, they have decided to play games over in Europe. They're over in London, and we're going to play Jacksonville. It's actually a pretty cool deal. In 1991, I was with the Buffalo Bills. We played a game over there. It was a preseason game, and we had a lot of fun. We played the Eagles. We beat them and had a lot of fun in it. The Eagles practiced really hard. We didn't, and we ended up winning the game. Imagine that. But it is great for the fans because you will get treated like royalty. They love having you over there. So here's what we got. The airfare is on you, but we've got 6 tickets to the game. This is at Wembley Stadium. They've done a lot of upgrades. You saw it as part of the Olympics. The game is Sunday, October 2nd. This is the one we know about. We know about this date. They had to set it in advance. You get dinner in the private dining room of the Sloan Club on October the 1st. This is a members-only club, 3-course dinner, Lindley dining room. Awesome, decked out. You get to stay at the 5-star Conrad London St. James for 3 nights. That's right there in the heart of London. You don't want to be anywhere else. You can get to Trafalgar Square. You can go all around Buckingham Palace. It's a great, great deal. And what we'll do here, this is priced at about $8,500. And again, 6 tickets to the game, Conrad, dinner, all kinds of great things. What do you say? What do you say? $8,500 on this one. Let's just get started at $2,000. $2,000. Once again, you go ahead and you get the airplane flights at your choosing. You can go however you want. Now, I know we got tickets. How much you want to go? How high you want to go? $5,000. Thank you for starting it out right. $5,000 right here. How about $6,000? 6 in the back. 7. $7,000. 8. We got 7. We're looking for $8,000. We got 7 right here. We're looking for $8,000. We've got $7,000 looking for 8. Who would like to go to London? How about $7,500? We'll just back it off a little bit more. $7,500. 2 in the back. Thank you. Going together. Unless one of you wants to go 8. 75? 2 of you together? All right, so we got there. All right, we're looking for $8,000 now. You are out up front. $7,500 in the back, looking for $8,000. 75 up in the back there, looking for 8,000. Here's one thing that happened, and I don't know, this was 25 years ago when I played, but we had a streaker in the middle of the game. That was free. That was included. She took a long time to get off the field, and the players didn't mind. Once again, 25 years ago. We got $7,500 in the back, looking for $8,000. We're not even to the price package yet. Anyone want to go 8? We got 75 looking for $8,000. 75 looking for 8. We got 75 going once. 7,500 going. How about $5,000? Straight donation, straight to the Heroes Foundation. Don't get shut out tonight. How about a 2,500 level? Look at that, folks. $18,000. And this has been going for about 20 seconds. 20,000, 21,000. That's the way to make it grow. And again, 10,000, 5,000, 2,500, 1,000, 100, 50. Whatever you can do when you look around and you see all these folks together. All these folks together, let's pull together. Let's see what we can get this thing up to. Our goal is $50,000. Again, you'll see your names scrolling around there in lights. Thank you very much. All right. Scrolling along there, and again, let's go. 401 will get us to 30. We're at 30,000. I think we can round up on this one. Trying to get to $50,000. And again, $10, 20. If you did it once and you had fun, do it again. There you go. Big jump, big jump. And you know what? If we get to $50,000 in the next minute and a half, Dave First will do sports without his shirt on. We're less than $9,000 away from Dave First doing this without a shirt. I always sweat it out this.
We'll give away this handkerchief filled with Joe Stasiak's sweat if we reach $50,000. Go, keep going, Joe.
We won't if we get it done quicker. 43. 43. Come on, Vince. There it goes. This is the home stretch. And again, cancer does not discriminate. The money from the Heroes Foundation goes to help one and all. You're $4,000 away. Greta Speaks is waiting. They're waiting to come out here. They're waiting to party. They're waiting to get things going. Can we get there? There it goes. What else can we do? What else can we do? Gentlemen, any ideas? You don't want me dancing? You already see what sweating does. You don't want any of that. I mean, we could taste it now.
The taste of victory. We're close, Joe. We're close.
We're really, really close. There you go, 1,500 more. Who's going to put it over the top? Again, the thank yous at the bottom of the screen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're $1,100 away. $1,100. Oh, 25 bucks away. Yay! Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Right now? That was my best long duck dong pose there. Dave, thank you. Joe, Big Joe, thank you again. Thank you, everyone. It sounds so insignificant, but I can tell you, and trust me, I am not an accountant, as my fellow business partners can attest, but I'm pretty sure we pretty much blew away every record that we had prior to tonight. So thank you one and all. We really appreciate that. As much fun as you've had so far tonight, and I want to thank everyone who has had any amount of effort into putting this event on. It's quite the undertaking. Just ask our kids, who are really thrilled about this past week. But they know it's for a great cause, so it all makes it worthwhile. Again, everyone who put forth any effort with making tonight happen, thank you. Thank you to the three speakers, the three summit speakers tonight. You guys did an amazing job. We appreciate you being so candid with everyone. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for making tonight such a success. And without further ado, Greta speaks, and have a great night.